What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be identifying a ghost with no evidence, no sanity, no hiding, and no grace period, using my 10.62 times custom multiplier. So we're going to go ahead and do it on a random map, and we're just going to see what we get, whatever the luck of the draw is. So here we go. Ready up. Prison. What terrible luck for a random map. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a flashlight. We're going to grab an incense. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a parabolic microphone, and I'm going to get a lighter. So I'm able to carry 4 things right now because the lighter doesn't occupy an inventory spot. So we have the incense, we have the flashlight, we have the parabolic, plus an igniter. Let's go ahead and get in there. I'm not going to grab anything else right now. I'm just going to take what I have. Usually I would go back to the van and grab more stuff, but for right now, since it's such a larger map, I want to use the parabolic microphone to try to give me a directional sense of where the ghost is coming from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this door. And when the door shuts, to go ahead and start the hunt with the 0 sanity and the 0 grace period, we're going to go ahead and just try to listen for where it's coming from. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Going in. I start with the breaker turned on my custom difficulty setting, so we're going to go ahead and turn that on now. The reason I like to go ahead and start with the breaker turned on is because if it ever turns the breaker off, and I didn't have too many lights on to accidentally overload the breaker, then I know immediately it's not a Jinn. And I can test for Jinn speed boost right away as well. And honestly, just creates more light for people on the video to see. So I think it's better overall. The door is shut. Look at that. With the tier 3 parabolic microphone right now, we can see on the radar there that you have the circle with an upwards pointing triangle letting me know the ghost is upstairs right now. So that's the benefit of tier 3 parabolic. Tier 1 and tier 2 would not be able to hear this ghost on a different floor. Only the same floor. It also does kind of sound like the ghost is a little bit slower, so I want to go find it. Go find this ghost. It's called ghost hunting after all. Ooh. Here it is. Coming around. That is very slow speed. Hello! Question is it going to get faster the longer it sees me? Are you going to get faster? I'm going to tell you what, it really didn't seem like it. So this is why I even bring this up, okay? So here's the dealio. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of any ghost right now that is faster, because it's obviously not a faster ghost under certain scenarios. A Revenant, for example. When the Revenant knows where a player is, whether through sensing their electronics or seeing them, speeds up to 3 meters a second from a very slow speed. Didn't happen. No Revenant. Diogen always rushes to a player's location. It slows down when it gets in proximity of them, to the point where you can basically walk your Dio. That didn't happen either. Moroi with 0 sanity would be significantly faster. It was not, so no Moroi. A young Fae, where it hasn't been aged yet inside the ghost room, would be significantly faster as well. This ghost was not fast at all, so no Fae. We had our flashlight on during the hunt. When I was looking at the ghost, I had my flashlight on. It did not siphon the electronic energy out of my flashlight to go ahead and speed itself up during the hunt, meaning it is not a Raiju. And the breaker was on, and it saw me from over 3 meters away. When it was coming down that staircase, it would have done the Jinn speed boost at that moment, where it goes from a normal speed ghost to a very fast ghost in an instant from that distance with the power on. Didn't happen. No Jinn. The ghost is back down. Let's find out more. Does it speed up the longer it sees me? It does not. This is very telling right now, because there's only a handful of ghosts in the game that don't have the ability to get faster the longer they see you. We're going to let this hunt end, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about which ghosts are possible for that scenario, and then we're going to come to our conclusion of what ghost it actually is. So, every ghost I'm about to mark off has the ability to get faster the longer it sees a player. Those Spirit, Palter, Mare, Demon, Yokai, Myling, Obake, Onryo, Yuri, Banshee, Wraith, Phantom, Shade, Oni, Goryo, Twins. And Mimic can go ahead and mimic one of the ghosts. The ghosts that don't have the ability to get faster with line of sight speed would be Fang, Diogen, Hantu, and Revenant. Now you're going to say to yourself, Bro Tater, doesn't the Revenant get faster when it sees a player? It does, but it only speeds up to 3 meters a second, and it never gets faster beyond that. So technically, it doesn't have line of sight speed, meaning it doesn't progressively get faster the longer it sees a player. So since we already ruled out Fang, Diogen, and Revenant, the only one that's really left that makes sense would be Hantu. Now what we could do is, I think the ghost has already done it for us. You can see that little red dot right there. The ghost turned off the breaker for us. Ooh! And let's see, do we see the Hantu breath coming out of the ghost's mouth? We sure do. So I'm going to go ahead and give this ghost a repel. And we're going to try to make it out of here live. The only ghost in Phasmophobia that can have breath coming out of the ghost's mouth would be the Hantu, when the breaker is specifically off. The Hantu breath will not happen if the breaker is on. It has to be off. Another very telling thing about this being a Hantu is the fact that it turned off the breaker. The Hantu has double the chance to turn off the breaker than any other ghost in Phasmophobia. And, fun fact, the Hantu is the only ghost in Phasmophobia that cannot turn the breaker on. What do we have for objectives? Crucifix, witness a ghost event, and firelight. We're going to try to get some of this stuff done. We're going to try to get some more photos as well. One of the things I want to note inside my custom difficulty is the opportunity to get a ghost event is set to low. So sometimes I don't get the event, unfortunately, even though I like to get a perfect game. But if it's not going to happen with a certain amount of time frame, I usually just go ahead and leave and I don't even worry about it. Go ahead and leave all this stuff here. Get all the salt in there because we want to get as much salt as possible because salt photos are still the main when it comes to getting easy interaction photos. And I'm going to show you why if you've never seen that before. So the ghost seems to be coming from this staircase over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop all my salt containers at the bottom of this staircase. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. That is going to be a total of 369 photos in our journal. There's only 10 photos that you need. All you need to go ahead and get is those 3 plus 1 additional photo of whatever you want it to be. Or if you haven't captured a photo of the ghost objective, that's going to be your last photo. So it still is the easiest way to go ahead and fill your journal. Will that be changing in the future when it comes to the Chronicle update later in 2025? You bet. Let's go ahead and grab this, grab that, and I need a crucifix, right, for my objective? I sure do. And I do need a firelight as well. I don't have enough inventory space, so what could I get rid of? I'm going to get rid of the flashlight because I do have the head cam turned on, so we're going to go ahead and grab this. So in order to get the firelight done, I have to figure out where the ghost's room is coming from. So we're going to do a little bit of researching and a little bit of searching to see where we can go ahead and figure out the ghost is coming from actively in the upstairs area. Let's let the ghost hunt again. Also, before we do anything, it's probably best to go ahead and turn the breaker back on now. Because if we turn the breaker back on, it's going to take all the temperatures up at the location to be higher. So that way the Hantu is not nearly as fast outside the ghost room as it could be otherwise. Because you got to keep in mind, Phasmophobia, if you have the breaker turned off, will make all the rooms of the location just a little bit colder. It does go ahead and depend on what your outside weather is, and we have fog right now, so it's not going to be that cold. But even a little bit colder can really make a big difference in the Hantu speed. Because the Hantu speed is totally determined by the temperature in that room. And the coldest room in the entire location is going to be the ghost room. The ghost room will be the coldest location. Oh, I hear it hunting. The door just went ahead and shut. It's definitely starting from somewhere over here. Maybe the chief security office, maybe the bathroom, maybe the offices. It's coming on down. Love to get it to walk through that salt. And while it's going that way, I'm going this way. So we're going to let it come through there. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little loop-de-loop. Meaning I'm going to let it go the other way, and I'm going to go this way. Did it walk in all my salt? It sure has. Perfect. I'm going upstairs. Turning off my flashlight, or my headlamp in this case, to go ahead and make sure the ghost doesn't know where I went. That door is wide open. That probably is going to be the ghost room. We do have the bathroom door wide open as well, so it could be either. I'll go ahead and throw a crucifix in here, and I'll go ahead and put my firelight in here as well. I do see a couple thrown objects in here that give me an indication that the ghost has been in here at least. And if I wanted to confirm if that was the ghost room, I can go back to the van, get a thermometer, and see if it's cold in there. If it's colder than everywhere else. So, if that is the ghost room, hopefully it'll go ahead and blow out the firelight and get the crucifix. Let me go get my photo camera so I can start taking some photos. I don't think I even brought a photo camera in, so we have to take another trip back to the van. This is typically why I like to go ahead and have a lot of stuff on site, so I don't have to make as many trips back to the van. But since it was a bigger map, I didn't think I was going to find the ghost room this quickly. Let's go back. And we may even go ahead and grab ourselves another crucifix to go ahead and sweeten the deal of possibly crucifying the ghost. Grab that. And I think we may be good to go. Maybe I'll grab another incense just to go ahead and have it nearby just in case. It's honestly crazy to me that prison is a medium-sized map because it really doesn't feel like it. It feels a bit larger. I mean, you have this massive lobby, you have an upstairs area, you have upstairs cell blocks, you have downstairs cell blocks. There's a lot going on in here. But nonetheless, it does give a payout for a medium map. 3 there, 3 there, and 3 over here too. Let's go ahead and check our journal and see if it's done any candle blowing out. It sure has, and it's eaten the crucifix as well, which is exactly what we wanted. Go ahead up there. Our last photo, for all intents and purposes, could be a burnt crucifix photo. I'm gonna go ahead and chill up here with it. Maybe it'll go ahead and, oh, hit that crucifix twice. There we go, that's our last photo right there. I'm gonna give this ghost just a couple seconds to go ahead and try to give me an event. And if it doesn't, it's no big deal. Because no matter what, I'm not gonna get a perfect investigation bonus because I'm not gonna go ahead and try to find the bone on this map. It would take way too long. And to be honest, I'm just not that observant. I know a lot about ghost abilities, but when it comes to finding the bone, there's so many times that I walk right over it, and chat has to yell at me that I did so, which is pretty hilarious, and I do appreciate them for it. The ghost went ahead and ate that other crucifix for the first time. Each of the tier 2 crucifix has 2 abilities to be bitten. So this one, you see, this is totally consumed. This one has been bitten off on the left side. The next bite on it will go ahead and make it look just like this one, where the top and the right is going to start looking a little bit degraded, and it's going to be even redder than it is right now. Cora Lewis. Oh. We got to go ahead and give a repel. I can see the ghost's breath, which means it went ahead and turned off the breaker, which means it's going to be a little bit faster than I want it to be. We better start running. We better start running. All right. I'm going to go this way. And we're going to see where it decides to go. I'm going to turn my flashlight off, and I'm going to sit here in this doorway for a second just to see what happens. I still hear it a little bit closer to the staircase. And this is where a good quality headset comes in big here for Phasmophobia and a lot of other games as well. But to have a directional awareness of where the ghost is and how far it sounds, that's going to make so much of a difference in your Phasmophobia gameplay. I strongly recommend investing in a good quality headset if you want to get good at Phasmophobia. It really, really will help. All right, the ghost hunt appears to be over. I'm going to go ahead and make a break out of here. Let's go. Honestly, all in all, not that bad of a round for prison and everything. Doing the no evidence, no sanity. We had a very simple ghost. I think personally that the Hantu is one of the more identifiable ghosts in the game. I would put it in the top 5 of the easiest ghosts to identify in Phasmophobia on no evidence runs. And if you want to know what the other ones are, I think it'd be Phantom, Revenant, Diogen, Hantu, and Poltergeist. I think the 5th one's going to be Poltergeist. There's a lot of other ghosts I could have given the 5th spot to, but just for the simple fact that the Poltergeist throws so much stuff, and you can hear it from far away, throw all those objects without even getting near the ghost, it probably puts it in spot number 5. Those are my top 5 most identifiable ghosts on no evidence runs. Let me know in the comments what you think your top 5 are. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Locking it in, Hantu. Boom. $4,509 in XP there. Not too bad. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Let's go ahead and hit that random button again and chance our luck to see where we go for the second round. Bleasdale Farmhouse, the new reworked map in Phasmophobia. I want to know, everybody, how are you enjoying Bleasdale so far? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Do you like it way better than the old version? Let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and grab our stuff here. Flashlight, incense, igniter, and crucifix. I'm going to go ahead and throw this stuff on the front porch, and I'm going to go back to the van for more stuff. Now, keep in mind, Bleasdale and Prison, both medium-sized maps, which is kind of interesting because Prison, to me, feels so much larger than Bleasdale. But, hey, that's just my opinion. Let's go ahead and grab another crucifix. Let's go ahead and grab some salt, another incense for a repel timer. And my objectives here are parabolic, firelight, and repel. I don't have parabolic and firelight, so I'm going to come back for both of those things. And we're going to go ahead and throw our crucifix in the front door. So many people ask me in the comments, Rotator, how often does the crucifix being thrown through the front door save your life? A lot. A lot. It really does. Especially on these 0 grace period rounds. If I had grace period, wouldn't even be necessary. But since I have 0 grace period and the ghost can spawn right on top of me, it is super necessary. And to everybody who always asks, Rotator, what is grace period? This is what it is. When you have the ghost slam the front door and unlock it, the hunt begins. Sometimes on normal difficulties, you'll hear the ghost making some sounds, but it won't start moving yet. You won't even see it yet. That is grace period. The time between when the front door locks and when the ghost manifests and starts to move, that is grace period. So if you have a 5-second grace period, the door will lock, you'll hear it singing, humming, making noises, whatever have you, but for 5 seconds, it will not spawn to start finding a player. That is grace period. All right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a photo camera, parabolic, and firelight. And I think we're good to go now. Let's get in there. Now, the one place I don't want to ghost when I'm doing these challenges here is the attic. The attic is very difficult to go up to and get because there's so many things that could go wrong, and the ghost could spawn on top of you, and you got to transport all your stuff up there. I'd prefer if the ghost is on the main floor, but we'll see what happens. All right. Let's do it. Here we go, chat. No evidence, no sanity, no hiding, no grace period. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I know another problem I've been having is losing my crucifix on these floors because the crucifix color is the same as the hardwood floor. It's so disorienting. It turned off breaker already? There you go, no gen. That's why we turned breaker on at the beginning of the round. All right. Or have it on at our custom difficulty setting, I should say. The door is shut. It's coming down the staircase. Run. So it starts in the upstairs, it seems. Gives me a door. I don't know how much line of sight speed it got on me, but it seems a little bit quicker. Oh, going that way, I'm going this way. Now notice, I can hear the ghost's footsteps right now without getting any electronic disturbance. That means it has louder footsteps and it cannot be miling, so miling is out. Also, this ghost is not going to be a Deogen. The Deogen would have rushed to my location and slowed down when it got to me. Revenant would have been substantially faster when it saw me. And I would say that this ghost is not fast enough to be a Moroi with 0 sanity or a Young Fae. Both of them would have been faster. That's kind of all we know right now because I didn't get a chance to go ahead and observe it too much. But I did see the blinking patterns of the ghost when it came down the staircase, and it didn't disappear for 2 seconds every single time I saw it disappear and reappear into the hunt. So it's not going to be Phantom. Phantom is very difficult to see. Go ahead and quickly get ourselves some salt down to the bottom of the staircase to see if it's Wraith. Wraith cannot walk in salt. Let's see what happens. The hunt is indeed over. Kind of want to see what it sounds like when it doesn't see me right away. Because I want to see if it's a normal speed ghost or if it's a slightly accelerated ghost, because that's going to help me rule out twins. If it's a little bit faster, it could be twins. I hear the ghost somewhere totally different. It's on the other side of the wall in the tea room. It is normal speed. It's not fast or slow. It's normal. Hi, Ghosty. It's coming this way. And I definitely heard it get a little bit faster the longer it saw me there. For like that 2 seconds it saw me, it did speed up a little bit. We can do a quick repel timer if it comes over here. That's a lot of throws. That is a lot of throws. Could be Palter. I just repelled the ghost and I started a timer for Spirit and Demon. Spirit will hunt after 3 minutes of the repel. Demon could hunt in less than 1:30. It could, it doesn't have to. You always want to go ahead and double confirm Demon with more than 1 repel timer. Walked in Salt, not going to be Wraith. 3 photos here. Cool. Also definitely want to point out here that the ghost spawned over there during that hunt, and the first hunt it spawned up there. 2 different locations, so at first I was thinking to myself, is it twins? And I'm glad we were able to rule it out, because I don't really know why he decided to hunt in 2 different spots. But the ghost is hunting right now. It's been 1 minute and 49 seconds since the first repel. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of his Spirit, because it didn't take it 3 full minutes to hunt again. And I actually don't hear the ghost at all right now. I do not hear it at all. Oh. It might be coming from outside. Yep, I hear it walking on dirt. And here it comes. Let's get this ghost in the tea room. I want to see how much it's going to throw. I want to see how much it's going to throw. Is it Palter or is it not? There's a lot of stuff for it to throw in here. Oh, it finished too soon. All right. Well, that's too bad. All right. Either way, I think we can go ahead and at least say that it's probably not going to be a demon because it didn't get an early hunt. But we're going to go ahead and test for it again. I'm definitely going to repel it again to go ahead and confirm that. But for right now, I'm going to get it out of here. The ghost has not sped up around my active electronic equipment. Oh, hi. The ghost is not blinking right now, so it's not a hunt. It's an event. If the ghost was blinking, I would have said that was a hunt 100%. But since it wasn't, I knew it was just an event. The ghost has not sped up from my active electronic equipment during a hunt to speed itself up, so no Raiju. The ghost does have line of sight speed. It gets faster the longer it sees me, so it cannot be Hantu. The ghost is not fast or slow. It's normal speed, so it's not twins. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can grab myself a second smudge. I would love to have 2 on me right now, because I definitely want to go ahead and do some good polter testing, but I would like to get a good looping spot to do it. Let's go ahead and grab another one of these. And I want to take it inside the tea room, because the tea room has so many throwable plates and interactables that it's a great spot to go ahead and try to test for poltergeist. But always remember when you're doing 0 grace period runs to go ahead and play around your crucifix well before it starts hunting anyway. Because if it goes ahead and hunts on top of you, that could be the round. Just heard it go ahead and throw something. I don't even know what it just threw. But that sounded like it was pretty close to me. I also want to go ahead and say that this ghost is probably not going to be Goryo or Banshee. Because if it started up there, and then it hunted back there, and then the last hunt it hunted outside, that's a couple different room changes. And Goryos and Banshees can't change room. I can hear all the stuff it just threw in that tea room. We're going around again. See if I can get its attention from over here, this side. Hi, ghost. Get a repel off. It actually isn't throwing as much as I thought it was going to. So I think I can go ahead and get rid of the possibility of polter. And we're redoing a repel timer. All right, no polter. I haven't seen Obaki shapeshift either. It was the pajama ghost that whole time I saw in that tea room. It never switched to a different ghost model, so no Obaki shapeshift. Going back here just to see the aftermath, I see like 1 plate was moved, a couple things from here as well on the floor, but not too much at all. And it threw something here. One of the things you could note about a poltergeist when it throws is that it has an extreme throwing force. You can almost see it like launch across the entire room into the next room. Like it is a very, very high-powered throw. More than any other ghost in the game. I just didn't see that. We're gonna go grab our last repel, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a yokai test in this next hunt. The yokai test is gonna go ahead and encompass using electronic equipment, maybe my radio, during the hunt to see if it knows where I am from 2.5 meters away. And if you want to know how far 2.5 meters away is in game, it's about the size of a table in Phasmophobia, give or take. That's gonna be 2.5 meters. So this next hunt is all gonna be about identifying how far the ghost can sense electronic equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this salt right here in this doorway, because I'm sure at some point I'm probably gonna bring it to this doorway. So it'll go ahead and walk through it. And I do hear some throws happening. What sounds like inside the dining room, maybe. Not too sure if that's where it's coming from or not. Got my crucifix here. We'll just wait to see what happens. Yep, dining room it was. Turning off my electronics. I want to get a little bit further away from it. Let's see, is it going to come back here? Yep, it's coming back here. It is definitely coming back here. It's coming through. Oh, there it is. Yep, I knew exactly where I was from over 2.5 meters away with electronics. Not once, but twice. So we are good. We're going to go ahead and say no yokai. Now we're down to Oni, Shade, Onryo, Yuri, Mare, and Mimic. I need to know where the ghost room is. I need to know where the ghost room is to test for Onryo, Shade, Mare, and Yuri. We're going to go back to the van, get our thermometer, and go try to find the ghost room now. The coldest room in the location. Now, that ghost hunt this last time spawned inside the dining room, so we're going to go ahead and check there. But I want to make sure it didn't spawn on top of me when I go and check, so I may go ahead and wait a little bit. But either way, we're going to go ahead and try to figure this out. The base temperature right here in the foyer is 11. The temperature over here in the tea room is 10. The temperature over here in the storage facility with the washer and dryer is 12. Okay, that's a baseline, 10, 11, 12. Getting the power back on right now would be lovely as well. We'll wait a little bit later to get that done. If it comes to Mare, we'll turn the power back on. Ghost coming out of the dining room again. It's coming through the tea room to come after me. Shut this door. That door is shut. That's odd. Wonder if it did a Yuri door slam on that door. Temperature here is 8 degrees. Temperature in the kitchen is 13. So this is definitely the colder room. Oh, there's the ghost. I want to make sure I get my crucifixes in here. I want to get some lanterns in here to test for Onryo, testing for Shade. The fact that one door was shut is a little suspicious of a possible Yuri door slam that maybe I didn't hear. hi, ghost. And it's done. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our cruci. I know I have one right out here. Put this here. Want to go get the other one too? Actually, I'm going to get the lantern first to test for Onryo. And we'll come back from the other crucifix, which is right here in the center of the rug. I put it in the center of the rug so I always know where it is, because otherwise I won't be able to find it again. Here we go. Cruci here. Lantern on top of crucifix. Oh, the ghost spawned in a totally different room. Spawned in the living room. Has it moved rooms again? That is the question. Is it now living room? Come here, thermometer. Gonna keep running the ghost. Can't tell where it is right now. I think it's by the front door. This room is 9 degrees now. Oh, there it is. A lot of Zero Sanity gameplay is like a cat and mouse chase, essentially. Like you're constantly running away from the ghost. Temperature of this room is 9. This is 9 degrees in here. Is the power out here? Yes, it is. It's over. 9.3 out here in the living room. But turn the lights on out here. Inside of the dining room, it's 8.8. So it's almost the same temperature. I just heard it touch a door. Or it could have been this back door right there. Did it go ahead and just Yuri door slam the double door in the back? Because I'm almost positive I had that open. The one way to go ahead and confirm now right now would be to go ahead and see if it touched that door at all. Would be with an EMF reader. I don't have an EMF reader in here, so I don't know. I'm curious if it's going to spawn over there right now. There's so many doors in this house that it is kind of hard to keep track of them all. I mean, really think about it. You got that one, the external door, this door, the door over to the bathroom, the door to the laundry room, the door to the tea room, the external door over there. There's so many options. Here it comes. And it spawned from the living room once again. It's not spawning in the same room as me. And the shade wouldn't. I like to go ahead a little bit between these little doorways here because it's so hard for the ghost to actually catch me by doing this. Come here, thermometer. I think the ghost is going upstairs. Temperature in this room right now is 6.2. This is the ghost room. I'm going to go ahead and open these up. I would love to see it go ahead and do the door slam again, if possible. And I would love for it to go ahead and hunt in the same room as me so I can get rid of the possibility of shade. That would be amazing. There you go. We got a cruci in there. I got the firelight going down. The firelight will go ahead and stop the Onryo from hunting for 4 meters. And the tier 2 crucifix will stop the Onryo from hunting for 4 meters as well. That's why I use tier 2 cruci. And the Yuri door slam just happened to that door right there. Definitely to shut those 2 doors that I opened. So we have ourselves a Yuri hands down. Okay. That's good. 3 photos here. Let's see where it's going to hunt. Play on top of my crucifix. Ah, right there. Boom. See you later. Hit it with the repel and I'll run him. What are my remaining objectives? Parabolic microphone, that's by the front door. That'll go ahead and help us out. Since I repelled it, it's going to go ahead and stop it from hunting for 1 minute and 30 seconds from this time right now. It'll give us a little bit of time after the hunt to go ahead and get some stuff done. And I can hear those very bassy footsteps from the upstairs. So it's upstairs right now. Perfect. Ghost, if you can give me a little bit of a parabolic response, that would be awesome for my objective. Which you just did. We got a response during the hunt, and we got the objective completed. All we got to worry about now is photos. Ghost is behind me, and it's done. And it's done. Go ahead back to the van and get our last thing of salt, so we can go in here and get the remaining photos we need. Do it. I don't think I have any more repels either. I think that's all the repels I have. So we're going to have to play this very carefully, because I have no other way to go ahead and get an escape. Here's my salt. I'm gonna put it down in the ghost room, or what I think the ghost room is currently. I gotta say, this ghost has moved rooms a lot during this round. Pretty crazy. Upstairs, downstairs, tea room, back storage, outside, inside again. Like, just all over the place. That's the throw right there. Let's let the ghost hunt again. Hopefully we can get it to walk that salt. So we can go ahead and get our last few photos and get the heck out of here. It's hunting right now. Come here, Ghosty. You're going the wrong way. Salt's over here. Oh, let's crawl back over here. Let's go. I feel pretty good about this ghost not being a mimic as well, because it did the Yuri ability not once, not twice, but like 3 times. We just weren't 100% sure that was doing it. Ooh! Time to go, time to go. Was not expecting to come back there. And we are good, I think. That was so close. All right, let's go ahead and grab 3 photos. I think I still need one more photo, to be honest. I think I still need one more. Ghost, can you please get that crucifix, please? What about this crucifix? There's 2 in there. One more photo, Ghost, is all I'm asking for. The ghost is hunting again. I think it came from the back porch. Gonna make a break for it this way. May have to go ahead and move the crucifix on the back porch. Let's get out that door. Here you go. Here's your crucifix there. I'm going this way. It looks like the hunt is over. Just came back inside. I don't see anything in here. Light switch is movable. Perfect. Turning all the lights on in here right now, and the reason for that is because if the ghost decides to eat the crucifix, all these lights will turn off, just like that. Let's go ahead and see if we got a photo of a crucifix to take. Either that, or it went ahead and it turned off the breaker, but I can see the burnt crucifix there, so we're good. And you know what? We just went ahead and did the Yuri door slam on that double door again, because I had that open for sure. So I feel very good about this not being a mimic, because it did the Yuri door slam several different times. We got very lucky with the Yuri. Sometimes the Yuri is a big stickler to not do its ability very often. Well, we got super lucky because we're on the house with many doors. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Lock in Yuri in our journal. We're good. Boom. Fantastic round. Let's freaking go. $5,041 there. Not too bad. Now, to anybody that'd like to go ahead and actually use this custom difficulty for their own gameplay, here's the difficulty settings. We have for player settings, 0 sanity restoration, and 200% sanity drain, because you have nothing to drain anyway. Sprinting is on. Player speed is normal, 100%. Flashlights are on. I put flashlights on so I can go ahead and show everybody better quality video and better quality lighting and gameplay. But honestly, if you're not streaming and you're not making content, you can probably turn that off. We're going to go ahead in the ghost settings. We have normal ghost speed, 100%. Roaming frequency is high. Changing favorite room frequency is high. Activity is very low. Event frequency is low. Again, this is very difficult sometimes to get that objective because it's set to low. If you want to have a better chance of getting your event objective, turn that a little bit higher. Friendly ghost mode is off, of course. 0 grace period. 0 evidence given. Our setup time is going to be 0. Our weather is set to fog. I choose fog so that way if I do this on Camp Woodwind or Maple Lodge, it's very bright outside and I don't have to worry about snow or heavy rain or anything like that. But honestly, if you wanted to use heavy rain, it'll give you a little bit of a higher multiplier. That choice is yours. Number of hiding spots, we have none. If you want to go ahead and turn this to a little bit higher than none, feel free to do so. Depends on how confident you are on your ability to make a hiding spot out of nothing, or to keep outrunning the ghost. Sanity board is off, activity board is off, and fuse box at the start of the contract is starting on. And that is all of the settings that I use for my Phasmophobia gameplay. And this is what I use again when I'm playing solo, or when I'm playing on stream by myself. I prefer these. They make it fun, they make it interesting, they make it unique, and I hope you enjoy it too. Thank you so much for watching. A quick reminder for everybody, Phasmophobia's Easter event for 2025 called Cursed Hollow is dropping on April 17th this week, this Thursday. So I hope you go ahead and enjoy the event. There was a lot of feedback that was received last year for the Halloween event and the Christmas event, and all of that was taken into consideration when thinking of the settings and the map rotation and all the things that are coming for this event. So I hope you do actually enjoy it. Until I see you all next time, happy ghost hunting, and more importantly, stay crispy.